Welcome back to another episode. What a week. Coming up on 1 year of the pandemic. And I don't know why I just like a rapper there. Coming up on 1 year. Coming up on 1 year of the pandemic. I got fired a year ago tomorrow from my tech sales job. That was interesting. Getting fired over Zoom is just like fascinating because I signed on. They're just like, "Hey Sam, we need to. Can you have a minute to chat?" Just like a normal meeting. I sign on, and immediately I knew something was up because it's HR and the CEO, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" My first immediate reaction, my first thought was, "Oh no, they know that I have been just faking phone calls for months." Just all, "Oh no, you're not interested." Oh, it's too bad. Could I sell you though? Oh, I can. Oh, you'll take the demo? Just, faking phone calls and meetings and shit like that. But it wasn't that. It was that they're eliminating the sales team, right? And I signed on to the Zoom with my work email. So, like through Gmail or whatever. And midway through the meeting, HR deactivated my account. And I got kicked out of the Zoom. So then, like an asshole, I had to come back and sign back into the meeting. Like I was devastated. I was just fired. And then I'm all, "Hey, I'm back." Like the biggest piece of shit of all time. And they're like, "Yeah, so, benefits." Like, fuck. It's been good, though. It's been all right. I hated that job, hated kind of working in the corporate life. I don't even know what you would call it, but fuck that life. I'm over that. COVID, Fauci and Rand Paul are just screaming at each other this week. Who? Rand Paul? What a psychotic name. Rand? We think it's funny when, like, celebrities name their kids weird shit today. Regular ass people were naming their kid Rand 50 years ago or 1,000 years, whenever this guy is born. Rand. What a piece. He's saying the vaccine, don't need 6 masks if I get the vaccine. Dr. Fauci is like, that's not how it works. There's different variants. And I feel both sides of them, I feel their sides. Rand has a good point. Is it theater? If I get the vaccine, why do I still need masks? Dr. Fauci, I feel him too. There's different variants. But then why didn't someone be like, so do we need another vaccine if there's new variants? Does this not protect against those? I feel like no one's even speaking of that. Maybe I'm just an idiot. I get my news on Twitter. I have no idea. I'm also just not a scientist, Everyone on Twitter is like, "Let's fucking statistics. I'm an epidemiologist." Like, no. You work at Yelp. You're not an epidemiologist, I don't know. It is slightly theater, though. Slightly everything is theater, though. Right? I'm in my parents' gated community down in Parkland, Florida. Pew, pew, Parkland, But I'm down here. I've been here for 6 months. It's a nice gated community. There's a pool, there's a clubhouse, there's tennis courts, all that kind of stuff, right? But for some reason, and I go on walks all I do down here is just walk miles. Just every day for hours. All I do is walk because what else is there to do in literally a retirement community? But there's rules about who can use the clubhouse. And I'm not allowed since I'm technically not a resident. So every day, different workers who don't live in here, right? There's a little lady who sits at the desk. There's cleaning people and stuff like that. They're all allowed into the clubhouse every single day. But for whatever reason, I'm not allowed in since I'm not a resident. I'm a guest. Who does that make sense to? Please tell me. I have no idea. Because one of the ladies brought in COVID, and then nobody in the whole community was allowed to use the pool for a week while they deep cleaned it. So what's the issue? I'm walking around talking to the residents every single day, face to face, no mask, because Florida, and I'm just outside talking to the neighbors. But a lady who isn't a resident is allowed to sit in the clubhouse all day and tell me I can't use the pool. Fuck out of here, Mabel. Your fucking southern ass name. Mabel says you can't use the pool today. Fuck you, Mabel. Fucking bitch. And I mean, it's not her fault. It's, but it is. Let me in. And I keep this energy with her. I'm like, does it make sense though? You're here. So why can't I be? And she's like, that's the rules, honey. I'm sorry. If I called her honey, I'd be canceled. I mean, she looks like a pot of honey. This fucking round ass. What else, Fauci, also, enough. I've heard it all. I get the protocols around COVID. I know to wear a mask. I know to stand 400 feet back. I know not to open little baggies with my mouth anymore, which is a classic thing that we all did before COVID. Just putting our mouth on store products. Where does he stand on earwax removal though? I've been seeing so much on TikTok of just people going in their ears with orthoscopic cameras attached to a pick to get earwax out. We've been using Q-tips for 30 years. Where does he stand on that? Why isn't a real scientist, why isn't Joe Biden or his little redheaded friend come out and told us what to do with Q-tips? I think about it every single day. Every day I'm like, should I order one of those cameras? Am I going to poke my eardrum out? I don't know what to do with the ears. It's confusing. How would I know? They told us for 30 years. What is it? The eardrum lobby? The hearing aid lobby is pushing Q-tips? I don't understand. Does it make you deaf? Just pushing the Q-tip in? Why do they sell them if they're not supposed to be used? I mean, I guess they sell Monster Energy too, and nobody should use that, but, Monster Energy! Red Bull gives you wings! And cancer! Why isn't that in the commercial, What else happened this week? What does that one say? When are we going to have a chill president? That's something I wrote down. That's facts, though. When are we just going to have a guy who tells it like it is? Biden, Obama, they're establishment guys. I need someone to come in day one and be like, weed is legal. Here's the deal with JFK. I need that. But we'll probably never get it, unfortunately. I watched some good content this week. A lot of good content coming out. The Snyder Cut of the DC Universe. I didn't watch that yet, but I'm going to. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Everything is about heroes now. We're just trying to escape through heroes now. Someone needs to save us. That's the big thing. I watched the movie Cherry this week on Apple TV with Tom Holland. That was really good. Very filmy, but very good still. Interesting choices they made. What else did I watch this week? Nomadland. And I Care a Lot on Netflix is really good too. If you haven't seen it yet, I Care a Lot. Rosamund Pike, amazing movie. Hollywood is so classic though. They just do the same thing over and over again. Now every single movie, the character, no matter if it's a funny movie or not, the character will turn to the camera and be like, "This is when I know I was fucked," or whatever. They're just breaking the fourth wall and doing narration and I don't know, do something original. I've seen narration. It was funny when Jim did it 40 years ago on The Office. That's another thing. They fucked up so hard by removing The Office on Netflix. That was such a pop culture show, and now nobody's getting Peacock Plus or whatever. Is that what it's called? Peacock Plus to just watch The Office, unfortunately. I mean, you have to know that, though. What do you think? We like it because it's there. I'm not going to go download Peacock to watch The Office for the 50th time. Nomadland, though, on Hulu. It's up for a lot of Oscars. It's a classic American story of kind of hardship and whatever. That's the American story, hardship. You know, we're the best country in the world, but all we have is hardship. It's funny when we go to other countries and we're like, they live a crazy life, those Spaniards. They just take siestas and barely work. Anyway, like, why don't we do that? You know? Brainwashed. But Nomadland, Frances McDermott, it was good. It's funny that Frances, is that her name? The woman from 3 Billboards? Frances something. It's funny that they just give her all the hardship roles, you know? No matter what. It's just always, she's struggling. She has like a hard time. Why doesn't she ever just get the role where it's a princess? That's when equality will be actually real, when someone who looks like Frances McDermott is just, you know, the lead in whatever, a movie that's not about American hardship and the sheetrock industry, which is what that was. Also about off-grid living, which is fascinating. They make it seem so like brutal in that movie, but it's actually so chill to just get a van and say fuck it. What are we at? 10 minutes, 11 minutes? All right. Quiet week, loud week, you know. I don't know. Fuck it. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.